some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D-Rob.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Ooh. Just in the last 2 minutes, I would think, the conversation before we turned the microphones on went from the Bible to Hercules to Xena Warrior Princess.
It's pretty impressive,
And
actually.
then Lucy Lawless's political activism.
I mean, that was a whirlwind of activity
Yeah.
there within about 90 seconds.
You got that was Hercules and Xena were probably a little after your time, but I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Kevin Sorbo was
Kevin-
Hercules. I just remember
Kevin
the shows.
Sorbo.
I remember seeing them. I never watched.
They don't hold up.
Yeah.
If you go and watch clips,
I
I'm like,
can't
how did
imagine
I
they would, yeah.
How did I watch that? They're corny. They don't look good. But
Do you
those
find
were-
a lot of things now that Riggins are, and have you realized yet how that level of disappointment when you
Yeah.
go to watch something and realize, ooh, this doesn't hold up.
Full House?
Doesn't hold up.
No.
Yeah.
And I loved that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that
is
must be
so
why,
bad.
because I was already an adult when Full House came out, and I never ever laughed at it one time.
Yeah, there wasn't anything about it.
It
I was like,
just
oh,
so
that's funny.
corny and
Yeah, all the TGIF shows
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I loved, and those have not like Step by Step with
Yeah.
Patrick Duffy.
you
and-
hold
that
on
was
a
a good
damn
one.
minute.
Step by Step was pretty good.
Yeah, but I've seen clips and I'm like, oh, I mean,
Yeah.
but I guess that was it was the times. I mean, it was early '90s.
But I tell you what, that Kevin Sorbo is a good man. That Hercules, he's a good man. He's one of us.
Yeah, I see him on Twitter all the time.
Hercules.
Yeah, it's really a bummer though when you go to when you find something like that and think, oh, this is going to be great, and then it doesn't hold up at all.
Yeah, movies I find even worse than TV shows. Like I'm like, oh, I love this movie, and
Yeah.
you go and try to check it out, and you're like, ugh. Except for The Sandlot. That's like one of those
still holds up.
cornerstone movies for me that I still love.
Well, Stand By Me is a similar type movie that still holds up to this day. But there are a lot that don't. I'm telling you, the big part of it held up, part of it didn't. But when I saw on Netflix one day that Eddie Murphy Delirious was on, his stand-up special, I was like, Amanda, you've got to watch this. This is one of the funniest things you've ever seen. And the first 10 minutes are awkward now.
Yeah.
They don't hold up well at all. Now, after that, the rest of it is more generic content, still very funny, and she laughed. But the first part is very awkward.
Well, my daughter is 23 and she loves old people. She thinks old people are great. And I've been telling her for a long time, we need to watch Driving Miss Daisy. I'm going to watch Driving Miss Daisy with you. So finally, over the Christmas break, we sat down and the two of us watched Driving Miss Daisy, and it held up.
Did it?
Sure. I can see where it would.
It did. It was awesome. She loved it.
Good.
Loved it.
Little Giants holds up. I watched that over Christmas.
Little Giants, with Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
Again, though, those all have there's a universality to the story.
Yeah.
When you relate to kids like that, I think you can always those buddy type things always hold up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is a bummer though when you find something and go, this is gonna be great. I forgot what it was, but I had a friend of mine that said he told his wife, "You've never seen this? Oh, it's gonna be amazing." And he said about 10 minutes in, he was thinking, "Oh, this was." What was I thinking? This was not when I was in high school. This is not a good movie.
It's worse when you hype somebody up. You're like, you're gonna love it, and then and then even you realize you're like, oh damn it.
Yeah.
They're never gonna trust me again with
If
anything.
you still think it's great and they don't, you can say, well, they just don't get it. But when you realize,
Yeah.
well, this is bad.
That's
I don't like this at all. Let's see what's true.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
So Toby Keith is the top trending topic this morning. TJ informed the group of Toby Keith's passing. Toby Keith is dead after a long battle with cancer. His family said Toby Keith passed peacefully last night on February 5th. Surrounded by his family, he fought his fight with grace and courage. Please respect the privacy of his family at this time.
Yeah, Toby Keith, country icon. He sold 40 million albums, had 20 #1 singles, and 22 additional top 10 hits. I think he had like 60-something hits overall on the hot country chart. Mm-hmm. Considered to be a legend of his time.
Yeah, and I still think it proves true more today than it has even in the past that he should have been a cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy.
Should have been a cowboy.
He should have learned to rope and ride.
That was his first big hit, wasn't it? In the early 90s?
Yeah.
Man, those are some great songs. Who's Your Daddy? How Do You Like Me Now?
Who's your daddy?
Country Comes to Town. I mean, there's...
I don't want to speak ill, but that's why I won't mention a whole lot about Red Solo Cup.
Okay.
I never liked that one.
I like that one. I liked all of his songs. What was the other one?
I want to talk about me. I want to talk about I want to talk about
Ain't As Good As I Once Was. I mean, he had a ton of hits.
Yeah, fun song.
Yeah, and I
we
wonder...
saw him one time in person in Fort Worth, Texas. You remember that was the night we saw Terry Bradshaw when we went to that rodeo thing at, what was the name of that place? Billy Bob's.
Was it Toby Keith that played that night?
Yeah.
Night? I did not realize that.
And we saw him when we were on a panel at a broadcast conference.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was backstage, and we came off, from being the stars at the time to his coming on and being a star for the next segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when we were up there with old Kirk Herbstreit and them.
Sure.
Yeah, he was back there.
We were on a panel. He was not.
He was not.
Just by himself.
He got his own stage. I find it hard to believe that Toby Keith played at a place in Texas called Billy Bob's. I need to know more about
Billy
the
Bob's.
world's largest honky tonk or something they call it. It's like
It's
at a rodeo
you put
arena.
like 4,000, 3,000, 4,000 people in there to watch a show. And they had a rodeo going at the same time.
Oh, my God.
This place is unbelievable, huge.
It's like Dave and Buster's for people that like rodeo.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Does Toby Keith have his own bar in Nashville? Is there a Toby Keith bar?
I don't know that there is.
I think so, maybe. I'm thinking that there is.
I love this bar. Yeah.
Okay. My question was, and it will probably never have the answer unless someone in his family knew the answer to this and comes out. I wonder, did he know when he did those shows in December that these are my last shows?
Yeah.
Because they kind of were presented like, I'm going to do some shows because I'm feeling better. And I wonder did he know he wasn't feeling better, but I can gut out 3 shows because I want to do it one more time. Mm-hmm. And then, and he knew that was he was getting closer to the end. You'll probably never know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ace is in the band folk community, meaning he is in bands and how they perform and all that. And band folk call them shows. Whereas we plebes call them concerts.
Right.
You got to be in the know.
Got to be in the know.
To be calling them shows.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're in there.
His bars are only in Oklahoma. He has 2.
Oh, okay. Only where he's from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love Toby Keith. R.I.P. Toby Keith.
62 years old. Died of stomach cancer.
Yeah. And speaking of cancer, King Charles III was the top trending topic pretty much all day yesterday because he has cancer. So he was just coronated last year. So
how are they not going to report what kind of cancer?
Yeah, they didn't say.
He went in for that procedure. Something, I think they said something to do with his pancreas or his stomach. I forget which one. But yeah, they were pretty coy about giving out details. But I don't know. Everything's happening all really quickly. We could end up with King William before
King Billy. They'll call him King Billy.
Oh, King Billy.
They did say that Prince Harry is on his way to see his father.
That's a good idea.
Meghan and the kids will not be attending with him, so he's apparently leaving very soon in the next day or so to go see his father.
She's having to stay behind to help Harvey with some big important case.
Suits.
Wake up. King Charles III, 75 years old. So we'll see. He went in for a corrective procedure on an enlarged prostate last month. So they revealed some sort of form of cancer by the palace yesterday. And then, in case you were still trying to make plans for the Super Bowl, the average price has remained the same for a Super Bowl ticket. That is $9,850. But the cheapest ticket you can get now is just $6,944, which is 15% less expensive than it was last week. So if you're willing to spend minimum $7,000 for a ticket, now's your chance to do it.
I saw Christian McCaffrey's mom say in a deal that the boxes, it's $2.5 million for a box. And she was saying, hey, we're just going to have regular seats. Like, nobody wants to buy a box.
But his girlfriend ended up buying her one as a gift.
Oh,
for
did
her
she?
birthday
Oh,
or
I didn't,
something.
I didn't know that part. Okay.
Yeah, what's his little girlfriend's name?
Olivia Culpa?
Yeah, Olivia Mea Culpa.
Yeah.
Her middle name's Maya. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, she, and I'm not going to say gifted because that's, gifted is an adjective. Ace was gifted as a student.
Was it?
You know, you give somebody a gift. You don't gift them something. But anyway, she gave her that as a gift.
Yeah.
A sweet.
That's some gift.
A gift.
That's some gift. So kickoff happens 6:30 Eastern, airing on CBS and Nickelodeon, which is kind of weird. If you've watched a game on Nickelodeon, it's weird.
Yeah, they're not. I don't like it.
Yeah, and
Well,
on
it's really
Paramount
not
Plus.
for you, Rob.
Well,
to
I like kids things, okay? So
Yeah,
it
come
should
on.
be.
If it's for anybody, it's for Rob. He loves it.
I don't know that it is, but okay.
I like kids things.
He does. I mean, if they're gonna
like
mark,
underwear.
yeah,
They don't make Spider-Man underwear in my size. I've looked.
I bet you can get it. I bet you can. You get on them dark webs.
Yeah, it's out there.
so those are a few things that are now trending.
Today's edition of Group Therapy is rather interesting. A guy is disappointed in his wife, and all his wife is doing is helping a friend. It's how she's helping the friend that has led to his disappointment, and he needs an opinion as to whether he should step in and put his foot down. Next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first-class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show from the Calitrin Studios. Lose weight the safe and effective way with Calitrin. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ.
Quick note before we do group therapy, maybe because I love the original song so much, but I think this is spectacular. Many people are referring to Tracy Chapman, Luke Combs' Fast Car Sunday night as the greatest Grammy performance of all time. That could be a little strong. I don't know. That's hard to match. But her song, her version of Fast Car, went to #1 yesterday on iTunes. 36 years after its, almost 36 years after its release date. So that's kind of cool to see how long it hangs around. Luke Combs said he'll have more to say about it later after he kind of processes everything that happened the other night, because it was a lot. I didn't know as much of the backstory as I thought, that he learned that song from his dad. That was one of his dad's favorite songs, that his dad used to play that song all the time.
Is she a one-hit wonder?
No, she had another one
several
called "Give Me One Reason to Stay Here,"
I remember that one.
Yeah.
and I'll turn right back around.
So she only makes hits.
Nothing but the hits, baby. Nothing but the hits.
It's Tuesday. The doctors are in. This is group therapy on the Ace and TJ Show. Ace and TJ Show.
By the way, quickly, if you want to find a good version, a great version of "Give Me One Reason," go on the internets and search Kelly Clarkson's version of it. Oh,
That's the deal. Don't let Kelly Clarkson cover your song because she crushes them all. All right, so I think this is a kind of a fun situation when it comes to group therapy. Group therapy happens every Tuesday at this time. All you have to do is send us a DM. You can email us. We'll remember to check that from time to time. These are all DMs these days, but you can email us acetj@acetj.com. But most people DM us. Here we go. This guy says, "I'd love your thoughts. I just found out my wife is helping one of her girlfriends, quote unquote, test her new boyfriend. She's basically catfishing this guy with fake Instagram and Facebook profiles with sexy profile pictures that aren't her to see how, quote unquote, loyal he is. That's weird, right? I only found out about this when I saw she was logged into the profile and I asked her about it. My wife was honest with what it was, but I still feel weird about the whole thing. For one, what guy in their right mind would accept a friend request and answer DMs from a profile with only a profile picture and like 3 friends and no posts? You've got to know that's a scam, right? I don't think guys a lot of times put that much thought into it. Number 2, I don't like that my wife is involved in this. She's writing these flirty messages to him to see if and how he responds so she can show her girlfriend. I understand this kind of stuff happens, but didn't think my wife would stoop to this level. I even told her that, and she said it's no big deal, and she's just helping out her friend who last year found out about her long-term partner cheating on her with a woman he met through social media. So she's now paranoid about dating again, and my wife is trying to help calm his fears. I don't like this quote-unquote test. I'm wondering if I'm overreacting or if I'm not. And how do I communicate to her that this is not cool? I guess I just need some big picture talk here. Thanks.
well, what's he going to do about it? I mean, should I tell him? Should I demand that either she stop or I'm leaving? I mean, I don't.
I mean, he told her he doesn't like it, and she just responded with, "It's no big deal." So it doesn't sound like she's planning on stopping. My question: does he have the right in this scenario to demand, "Hey, stop. As your husband, I do not want you involved in this. Stop."
He needs to go turn on a ball game or something. Just relax.
You don't see it as being a big deal, a problem?
Well,
TJ?
I mean, if it's bad enough that he has lost enough respect for, is it his wife or girlfriend?
His wife.
Okay, then he's going to leave his wife. If she doesn't stop, then it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it's weird, and your wife's wrong. This goes back to my original point from years and years ago. Married women shouldn't have single friends.
Bingo.
That's where the problem is. And this is why. Because your wife is all up in the middle of single people business. And you're sitting there wondering, is she flirting with him because she's getting a little something out of it? Because she's getting a pass to be able to flirt with another man.
But she says that's not it. She's just doing it to help her friend.
Right. And we can always believe them, can't we, Brother Ace?
Well, you got to believe
She
him,
wouldn't
take her for
lie,
a
would
word.
she? She wouldn't say, yeah, you know what, I'm getting really excited about it, pretending that I'm actually trying to seduce this fella over the internets.
Yeah. She's actively trying to seduce him.
Mm-hmm. I say if they don't have kids, he needs to run.
At the ACJ
He
show.
needs to get away from that devil woman.
Well, first question is, are you against what she's doing? Secondly, what can he do about it, if anything? We'll see what you think at the ACJ show next.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/Neogenics, Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, this took a turn I didn't see coming. Today's edition of Group Therapy. A guy's wife is helping her friend. The friend was cheated on last year, so the wife has created a fake Facebook and Instagram account where she's flirting with the guy that the friend is seeing now. And just to check him out, and then reports back to the wife as if he responds to DMs, what he says, that kind of thing. And this guy says, I don't like my wife being involved in this. But his question is, he told her, she was like, it's no big deal. And he doesn't know if he's overreacting or not. Now, first, vast majority of people agree with him that your wife should not be involved in this activity. She should not be involved in this at all. Also, once he finds out there is no hope for the friend and this guy, once he figures out that he's being, catfished, if this is truly about the friend, she needs counseling. Your wife is enabling and probably needs counseling too. The girlfriend needs to stay single until she heals and leave her friends out of catching her boyfriends. This is childish behavior. Your wife should not be involved. And it goes on and on and on. There's the overwhelming number of comments. I think your wife is in the wrong. Not necessarily because of what she's doing, but because you expressed your concerns and told her you don't like it. And she's telling you it's no big deal. But then there is a group of people that popped up with something I hadn't really considered. And I'm not sure you're right. I just think it's interesting. As Tommy said, great excuse after she got busted flirting. And several people said, you caught your wife flirting. Leslie, I think your wife is lying, and she is the one that just got busted cheating. Well, you got to factor in, though, he can see, he saw the Facebook account, and it's not pictures of his wife.
Yeah, but still, that's how people do that. They just like playing the game. They like flirting online, and without even using their own pictures.
So you think it could be that she's not helping the friend at all. She's just getting something out of this by flirting.
But the friend is in on it as well?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because wouldn't the husband be able to ask the friend at some point? Like,
Didn't sound like he did.
He may not have yet, but he could eventually.
Yeah, I was taking that letter as, that was what
For
the
face
situation.
value.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
A lot of people didn't, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that this is her way of getting out there and flirting. And then when she got caught, she just told him, it's not a big deal. I'm helping so-and-so. You know, she got cheated on by that guy last year, and I'm helping check this guy out. So, you know, that it's like once that's mentioned, it's kind of like, well, that could be a possibility. I don't know. Either way, the overwhelming number of people say, whatever the reason, she should not be involved in this. Like Joanna said, you're not overreacting. This is super weird.
I wonder how old these people are. Did it say?
No. They appear to be
Too old for this kind of foolishness?
well, yes. They're in their they're in their 30s at least. I mean, judging by his pictures on his Facebook account, they look like they're in their, I don't know, I'm guessing mid-30s.
And can he be cheating on somebody he just started seeing? Is there cheating in a brand new situation where you just started seeing each other?
See, that's a good question too. How deep into the relationship?
He said they just. Didn't
But have they?
Nancy say that?
But have they?
I'm sorry, Brittany. Brittany said that.
But you know, new relationship meaning they've decided to be exclusive, like they've had a conversation about it, or what?
I don't know, and it's just a girlfriend-boyfriend thing. So
Yeah.
you can't take that seriously.
That's what I was gonna say. TJ never takes girlfriend boyfriend seriously.
Can't take that seriously, and married people don't need to be having single friends that they're hanging out with and doing stuff with. It just leads to trouble. Two different lifestyles.
Yep.
Two different lifestyles now, and that's men and women. You know, married men, aka husbands, running around with a bunch of single guys, talking to chicks and going to clubs and hanging out and skateboarding and collecting stickers and whatever else young single people do.
Well, if he's listening, there is the potential that we've added another layer to this for him.
Hey, do a TikTok dance and get over it. Come on.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There are a couple of things that are happening in our world that are just unbelievable. And something in particular, keyboard warriors need to be reminded that it's not real. You can't get mad and throw a fit about something that's not real, can you? Yeah, you can. There are idiots among us. Next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
When you need furniture for your house, it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. That's why the great team of designers they have at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture can help you throughout the process. Whether you're looking for a comfortable mattress, probably the most comfortable you've ever been on, bedroom furniture, living room furniture, it is all fantastic at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, and that family-owned and operated business can help you like no other. Go to acetj.com/mattress to check them out. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Hey, proof the world has gone crazy and that there are a bunch of weasels in the world. Now, I don't put a lot of credence in this, but I find the story fascinating because The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is one of, would you say he's one of the 5 biggest stars in the world?
The Rock?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
At one time.
Yeah, maybe not at this moment, but he's a
big star.
Easily one of the biggest stars in the world.
Star as in famous, or star as in everybody wants to see him and go to his movies and all of that?
I think stars in famous. He's had a bad run of movies, but he just hit the WWE. He's kind of doing a rehab stint right now on his image a little bit, I think.
Go woke, go broke.
But he just got back to the WWE. They gave him like $30 million and a bunch of stuff. And this is not really a wrestling discussion, but you need to know the backstory here. Make a long story short, The Rock has returned to the WWE to be a part of WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year, where he's actually going to fight his cousin, Roman Reigns, as part of a huge storyline that's been building for a couple of years, for 4 or 5 years. There's a guy named Cody Rhodes who was originally supposed to fight Roman Reigns, and he has now stepped aside so this can take place. Well, the wrestling community has gone crazy, and people are giving The Rock's daughter, she's 22 years old, and she wrestles in like a developmental branch of the WWE. She's getting death threats because The Rock is coming back to do this. What are you doing? You're an adult. Yeah, I do believe that. I believe it can happen because if you watch any of the stuff on Twitter, there are some people freaking out over this. They see it even last night when Cody came to the ring, the people went crazy and the entire crowd was chanting, "Rock sucks, Rocky sucks, Rocky sucks." That whole thing.
But what would his daughter have to do with it? Why would they go after her? Just to hurt him?
She actually tweeted, "Please leave me out of this. This is a situation I have nothing to do with."
Right.
It's just insanity. And then I know it's a bunch of keyboard warriors. I'm so upset about this. I'm going to send Rock's daughter. I'm going to kill her. It's just you're a loser.
Get a grip.
You're a loser. Something more fun. One of the things that I love about college, it was Bacon Mania last night in Virginia. Their women's team was playing Miami. This is kind of an interesting way to promote games. I'll just let this play. It kind of is self-explanatory.
So the kids are on the edges of their seats because everybody gets bacon if in the second half the opponent here misses 2 consecutive free throws. And it's bacon time.
Yeah. It's bacon time.
It's bacon time. They gave everybody bacon?
Everybody got free bacon.
That's awesome.
If the opponent, if Virginia's opponent, which was Miami, missed consecutive free throws in the second half of the game. Well, that's why she missed the first one. The entire crowd stands. Place is packed. The entire crowd stands. So that was at Virginia. At NC State, they're giving out free chicken, baby.
And they're chanting chicken in here because if she misses the next one, they get chicken. Let's do that chicken.
What's the company that did that? Is it one company?
Know.
Well, how do they, with the bacon, was it cooked bacon and they just passed strips down the aisle? Was it a pound? Each person got a pound of bacon that was raw? I mean,
I don't know.
How do they do it?
I didn't delve into it that deeply.
You never have any of the important details.
What are the details?
Anything.
That's awesome.
But
it's great, but what are you talking about? They got
There's nothing else you need to know.
I need to know.
They get sprinkled with bacon bits. I mean,
they're going to get some, I assume they're getting some strips of bacon on the way out. Or they go up to the concession stand and get free bacon. I don't know.
I'll find it.
I don't care.
Or do they give them pass the little gift cards out? 1 slice of bacon, redeemable at Denny's.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is cool.
I think it's great. What a great fun thing to do. There you go.
And I don't think they could throw chicken into the crowd because that might hurt somebody.
Yeah. So maybe they get a gift card. I don't know. They still get free bacon and free chicken.
What would be cool is if
promotion.
If they gave out live chickens to everybody. Everybody got a live chicken and they had to keep up with it for the rest of the game.
All right, so maybe I'm going to find out the answers, but maybe Rings is going to try to find out. You can give us that and more coming up at Now Trending. Hang on.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.